They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the winners of 5 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Bruins will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ready to fire from the pistol. Here's the handoff. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
And the Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Rides the back on the option to give. At the 45 on his way. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown, Michigan. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he makes the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
They're going to ride this running back. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets him down to the 48.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bruins with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. Open space at the 25. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Setting up for the extra point and the top. And right down the middle. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 39-yard run to the house. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll leave it with him. Nice move to keep running. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. See that maze in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get 1st downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Working that left side now. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric, he is dynamic, he'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
3rd down coming up for the O after the incompletion. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Running back searching for a hole. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Finds his tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few. And the Bruins want to move quickly. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll run the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. You always want to give your big-time players a chance. That might have been too much of a chance to give right there.
And I know I'll give you a chance when it's 1-on-1, but not 2-on-1. You got to see that, got to understand that they're trying to take away this guy. There's a reason they're trying to take him away. What else can I do now to take advantage of that defense?
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy, Jesse. I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
using the quick game. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
First down for the offense.
They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. To the ground with the back. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides for the second quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He breaks a tackle. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Michigan offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds his big tight end. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend him.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Quarterback making checks. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. grabbed in the middle. It's Gore. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. The give on the option. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
UCLA.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They send the tight end in motion. Toss sweep right. Finish the run at the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's out of bounds at his own 15-yard line, looking for running room, and couldn't find much on that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. With the catch, it's Sims. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Bruins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Gets it to the back. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's one thing this defense takes a lot of pride on. They like tackling the catch, and they like being around the ball. That time, he was in proximity to knock that thing loose. Nice physical play.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. There he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, we knew coming into this game they were going to try and get this receiver the football as many touches as possible in as many different ways as possible. And here you're seeing it on the option play. Great decision by the quarterback to pitch it out wide. There was nobody out there accounting for him, and he shows you the speed out in the open field for a long touchdown for this offense.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed them for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Sends it downfield. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point is good. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. It's on target and complete. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella got the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete on the right side. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here.
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Firing to the right, complete. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Big fella moving. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Took a shot as he threw.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Had to settle for the field goal. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Off the RPO, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They run the reverse. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I love the timing on the jet sweep there. The quarterback snapped it at the perfect moment. Give it right away to the receiver to get outside, get around the defensive end, and start getting upfield.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Still on his feet at the 45. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback keeps it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You've really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Quick completion to the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
And with the extra point, they now trail 35-24. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Now on the option. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
Playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. just feeds the running back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Gives it on the option. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And after a successful run like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on 2nd, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on 3rd.
And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. This time they'll go to the running game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll try to run for it. There he goes. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
Goes to the option. Can't get him to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another 1st down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
What a great play by the defense. When you talk about this running back, he's got a nose for the end zone. He just finds a way. You've seen that a couple times already early in this game, but defense wasn't having any of it that time.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Back's going for the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
They had the extra point to finish the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They go to the end around to start the drive. That'll get them thinking. Outstanding work by this defense, reading their keys, staying at home, and knocking him down for a loss.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play. They're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
Back to pass on second down. Fakes to grab. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
It's complete to the right. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No third down conversion for you.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Well, the gamble pays off offensively. Fourth down, being aggressive, and they throw for it. How about the job the receiver does winning his route and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football?
They'll try the run. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Sims. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
The Bruins are moving quickly down the field. The corners are walked up tight. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is, with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays.
Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense does the work itself with a pick six. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. And the Bruins can really attack on this second and short. Keep it on the ground. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They go to the ground. Shakes off the defender. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The give to the tailback. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting till the bitter end as they will concede defeat. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It'll be 3rd and long.